When it comes to mental health, Dr. Jennifer Wenzel, a Mayo Clinic psychologist, says the concerns of people in the LGBTQ+ community are no different from anyone else, with one key difference.
Anxiety, depression, stressors in relationships with families, that they can be exacerbated for people in the LGBTQ community because of their marginalized sexual and gender identities.
It's known as minority stress.
These are stressors that LGBTQ folks are facing that heterosexual folks don't necessarily have to think about, right? Can I hold my partner's hand in public without safety risks, right? Am I going to be misgendered, or is somebody going to use the wrong name when I go to a doctor's appointment?
Dr. Wenzel says these added day-to-day stressors can add up significantly over time, which can lead to more mental and even physical issues.
If mentally you are struggling because of anxiety, depression, other stressors in your life, it can actually exacerbate physical symptoms and vice versa.
Dr. Wenzel says make mental health a priority, which can start by finding a solid support system.
Having supportive people in your life, whether that's family or chosen family, partners, that really plays a huge buffering role.
It's also important to find a supportive healthcare professional you can trust.
The research is really clear that LGBTQ folks oftentimes have to educate their healthcare providers about what it means to be part of that marginalized community. This is particularly true for trans and gender diverse folks who might be seeking medical care.
She also recommends taking advantage of free mental health resources offered by many nonprofit organizations.
Expectation of having anxiety, stressors in relationship, families in the LGBTQ community because of marginal sex identification. These are stressors that heterosexuals do not have to necessarily have to think about it. Can they hold partners' hands in public without a safety concern risk? Am I going to be misgendered if somebody is thinking about a right for vacation is the person thinking about. Dr. Wenzel says these can add up over time and lead to mental and physical issues. If struggling with anxiety, depression, it makes problems worse. Dr. Wenzel says mental health is a priority in life, which starts by finding a solid support system, whether that's a family member that plays a huge role, and find support and health care you can trust. LGBTQ may have the education that their care providers take advantage of free health care opportunities or groups or such as NAMI providers speaking that they will provide. That's our next subject, NAMI and more. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Mental Health Day. Royals had a walk-off win yesterday after they blew a 2-0 lead. We'll get more into the bullpen and the arms of blowing that lead more this week. We'll get to research into that. But back to the baseball game. The Yankees took a 3-2 lead after losing 2-0. A substitution of pitchers after Schreiber gave up 1 earned, but 3 runs. And Zerpa came down and shut him down. And then MacArthur shut him down again and got the win. But that 2-run lead came in to the bottom of the 9th, and Miguel Garcia was up to bat with 2 on and 2 out. Here's that call.
In Kansas City, Marsh actually had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning, but Juan Soto breaks it up. Yankees trail 2-0 right now. But that's about to change really quickly. First batter, new pitcher, Rizzo Rakin. I'm trying here with these edits to avoid this new visual AI thing that's claiming everything. 100% of the videos that claim this too, but bear with me, I'm working, trying to figure it out. Anyways, Yankees have 1st and 3rd now for the top of the order. What a change of events. A double error actually gets scored a base hit. He bobbles it, throws it to first, and Vinny drops it. That's a base hit though. Then Trent Grisham hits a base hit to right center field, first and third for Anthony Volpe. Let's go. A great at bat by Volpe, grounds out to third here, but the Yankees tie the game, and Juan frickin' Soto comes up. They bring in the lefty on lefty. Juan don't care.
Soto grounds it hard and through into right field, a base hit.
And oh shit, things change that fast for both sides. Kansas City ends up walking off in the bottom of
Cole Reagans will get the nod for the Royals against Gavin Stones. Both have been really good this year on the season so far. First pitch from LA is 9:10 Central. Grab the series with a 4-3 win, and the Cubs lose to the Rays 3-2 final. Jordan Wicks will go for the Cubs, and Kyle Gibson will go for the Cardinals. Cardinals try to get back within 500. The Florida Panthers avoid a storm back as the Panthers won the game 4-3 and lead the series 3-0. Next game will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. In the game, high scores were 3 stars for the game were Evan Dubuak, Sam Reinhart, and Alex Brock was the first. And for the losing team, Edmonton Oilers defensive player Philip Broadberg. And that's hockey! For the Celtics, Jason Tatum, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Christian Porzingis. For the Mavericks, Luka Doncic, Kylie Irving, Derek Jones, and PJ Washington, and center Daniel Gafford. The Mavericks try to grab one. The NBA has never had a 3-0 comeback in too long, and should shrinking it by at least 20 games, maybe a half a season. So should baseball do the same? Is football too long? There's too short with 17 games, or is that me just being selfish?
Oh yeah, I forgot the NBA Finals don't start till Thursday for some stupid reason. Anyway, here's Seren Petro.
Right you are, Kay. Right you are. Petro on the program on Sports Radio 810 WHB. You know, maybe they'll play NBA basketball in Kansas City. If they do, I'll bet it's in Kansas. In a retractable roof dome. You could play it, if it's KUK State, you could play it late in the year and know you're going to have good weather. You would not have to have your fingers and toes amputated if you went to a Chiefs playoff game. You know?
Sounds like a good
Listen,
thing.
I know some people, they love them some Arrowhead and they love them some outdoor football, and God bless you. Not me.
Yeah.
But this would be... The idea would be that this would put you in line to, one, attempt to. There's no guarantee. The NFL has said this. They're no longer guaranteeing a Super Bowl with a new stadium, which is something they did, but you could certainly lobby for it.
And I think there'd be some pretty good lobbying points.
If you don't put a Super Bowl in Kansas City when the man who named it, when his franchise plays here, shame on you, NFL. I think there would be a lot of pressure.
Yes.
On the NFL to play. This isn't just, your random ass town.
Yeah, they were in the first one.
He helped design the revenue sharing model that has made you all billionaires. You could play one Super Bowl in Kansas City. I think it'd be tough to say no to Kansas City and the Hunt family if they build a retractable roof football stadium and they don't come play here. And by the way, with the Kansas Jayhawks state-of-the-art facility right down the road in Lawrence and whatever the Chiefs practice facility is, you would have two facilities that I'm telling you,